And now for something completely different.
It's like, who's the first Sea of Thieves partner that we're going to have to do a memorial for?
Gosfather 80 was the first pirate to reach the Sea of the Damned in IRL.
and didn't get a respawn.
He got IRL red bearded.
Oh. And how am I going to get any loot? You stupid cockney bastard.
It is the start of a podcast.
By the way, are we calling it Forts of the Damned? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I think Forts of the Damned is probably the.
So welcome
is a pretty good one.
Our minds are pretty
Forts of the
damned.
Need to get like all the branding for it. Get up a Twitter account.
Yeah, like we'll throw up something over here. We'll throw up something over here, and there'll be stuff on.
Make a little logo.
Yeah. Grey Marrow will be the equivalent of Eddie from Iron Maiden for us. So they would be on all the merch.
Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna end up writing like a Flameheart themed Iron Maiden cover
giant
song.
Grey Marrow lumbers on stage behind us when we go on tour.
Can we do Run to the Hills? But it's like Run to the Outpost or something. Like,
Run to Reapers.
It's just
Come
a song
on,
dedicated to Reapers runners.
Yeah. Keep it on meme.
I mean, yeah, but nowadays most of the Reapers just go drop at the outpost anyway, instead of going to Reaper's hideout because they're too scared to fight.
Yeah, it's true. They're like the state of the game is getting like ever since Arena, you can really tell like who hasn't ever played like Arena and who has. Just every day you keep running into like worse and worse people.
What worse is in like skill level, or like worse is in like
yes. The skill keeps dropping and dropping.
Yeah, I feel like
literally we free man Galleon last night against an alliance.
That is true. We did do that. And the majority of them like ran, or they just like disappear, because the amount of times that we've come up against boats and stuff that have just like scuttled as soon as you come up against them, or like you get close to them, they run for ages and then they just scuttle, or you get that one person
kill yourself.
Yeah, right. The amount of times it's like you go kill yourself. It's like whoa, bro. You want to calm down? Do you need a hug? Do you need a positive male role model in your life?
Tonight, the galleons attacked us. And then when Super Toxic, once we sank them, is like, and then they actually took the time out to sort of type out all of the insults, letter by letter, and like, mate, you attacked us. It's like, you can't be salty when we turn around and put you down. It's like, oh man, it's crazy.
That stuff's always baffled me when people come in for a fight and as soon as they lose, they get like super angry about it. It's like, well, you're the one who attacked first, so how can you be angry about it?
I've been really surprised though. I mean, Friday was quiet for me. Tonight's been quiet, and it's meant to be like this Golden Glory Pirate Legend event, and I hope it's not.
Friday was really quiet for me
because the servers just seemed all right. We sank a reasonable amount of boats tonight, but again, we didn't come up against any competent crew. What we would describe as like there would be a challenge. We were not challenged by any of the 4 galleons and 2 brigs that we sunk. 2-man sloop, easy, and that's not it's not trying to sound arrogant. I am definitely not the best player in the game by any means. But the fact is, then if I'm finding it easy, then there is a skill gap, a huge skill Grand Canyon appearing in the game, and
I got to give yourself some credit.
It's
is it just some people were just getting like all the veterans and the good players are getting like turned off at the game?
We had a really good. It was funny. I had a comment in chat this evening, and we all had a good laugh about it because it was a really random thing for someone to say. He goes, "I really like Sea of Thieves, but I can find no reason to play it." And we all had a good chuckle at the time because it was a really random thing to write in chat. But the guy just goes, "I just can't be arsed." And I just hope that's not the attitude of a lot of people. But if it is, we're all screwed.
I mean,
to be fair, like if I wasn't making content for the game, I probably would have given up on it a while back. Like I think what like making content and doing like stupid things like making alt accounts and testing stuff out and just doing random crappy like challenges, because that's what a lot of people do right now. Like you see like LD and Coop doing their fucking nightmare to Pirate Legend where they can only steal, and if they die they have to reset their account, and it's just like
hardcore freaking hardcore Sea of Thieves.
It's like this stuff like that that's causing people to keep playing, but the game itself.
Well, the thing is, not everyone's gonna do that because, like, not everyone wants to. One wants to, or two wants to, or has the time to put in to do something like that. Because it's like it'd be so demoralizing. It's like you die and then you have to like restart. It's like you die from like a bug or something like that, and then it's like, okay, I've just got to completely restart. It's just like, ugh, that grind me so hard.
On Friday when I got struck by lightning 4 times on Plunder Valley. It's like dead. And I very rarely get triggered by the game, but I wanted to throw my controller right through my monitor on Friday. I'd had enough, and it was just like, really, is the RNG this bad at the moment? But the thing that's worrying me on the senior content creator side of things is just looking at a lot of people just aren't playing the game. They're playing Elden Ring, or they're playing. I mean, Fortnite's had the resurgence, and people are playing that on stream, and people just.
I mean, even a lot of sub partners are playing other games. Yeah,
I've seen even during drops as well. There's a lot of sub partners that haven't been streaming drops, and they've actually they haven't streamed, or they haven't streamed the game. If they have streamed, they stream something else, and I'm always sitting there like, why? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like me, like speaking from a partner's perspective as well. Is like I don't see a reason to really stream anything else other than Sea of Thieves during drops, because it just seems counterintuitive. Like, what was the point? And I mean, it's usually some of the older partners that are doing it, but it's still at the same time, it's kind of like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
I can understand like why you would miss maybe 1 or 2 drops, because like going into people's chats, the amount of like it just becomes a cesspool around Twitch drops where it's just random people coming in asking stupid questions about drops, and it's like, do you want to revolve your like every other couple weeks, you have like a 4-day period where you're just answering the most mundane and stupid questions because you have like the other side of the community coming in just to get some cosmetics who don't really care about your channel. Because like you see that, you see about what you see some creators go up about 200-300 views during drops, but then after they'll retort back down, and they'll probably get like a 10% increase from that that big push. But it's not like, you go 4 days of having 400 views and then you're back down to like 50, 60, and it's just like, is it something that you want to keep putting yourself through?
I feel like,
obviously it like I say that, but like obviously it is good for your channel, but it's also not good for your channel, having that big push and then having not many people stick around it could be quite demoralizing.
I wouldn't even say that it's good for your channel, because it's like, I don't see an increase in viewers during drops because I'm one of the newer partners, right? And it's obviously like there's been stuff that's gone on like outside of stream and stuff which has caused me to not, and that kind of was part of the reason, but it's like also the part of the reason it's like people go to these as already established people that they've seen on like YouTube and that have been around for ages. So the likes of like Falcor, Fuzzy, and those kind of people, like they're gonna go to them for drops because they know of them already. And then it's like the newer wave of partners, apart from some of them that like stick out a little bit more. So it's they're like, speaking like objectively, like right now as like a viewer base, like so if you compare like myself and Katie Pierce, we both got partnered at the same time. She's a lot bigger than I am, and she sees a lot more of an increase during drops than I do. You know what I mean? Even though we both got partnered at the same time, but it's just like people will go to the creators that have already been established and have been around for ages, or have been around for a while, because that's what they're used to, and it's like either habit or it's just like, oh yeah, this is I got my drop from the big guy. So I don't know. I feel like to an extent, yeah, like it is good because it is bringing in some new people, but like for some it's like extreme amounts, and then for others it's just like not at all. And I've seen like some other SOT partners as well who are in a similar situation to me, so like they just don't see an increase during drops, and it's just like, what really is the point of streaming drops? Even though I say that I don't see the point in streaming anything else other than Sea of Thieves during drops. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
I think they're Rare sort of faced with the conundrum in this, because I think drops is a very different experience than what it was a year, 18 months ago, because I think the audience has got wiser to the process, and very much it is different to the majority of Twitch drops. The 20 minutes view time is much shorter than most other conventional drops that normally have a much longer time. But then.
Yeah, I think the average is like 4 hours,
watching,
isn't it?
I think watching
like
the guys that, again, Sea of Thieves partners that are linked and partnered with the Cycle, the new FPS game, that's a 2-hour watch to get a beta key. Or beta, if you're American. Beta. I'm playing the closed beta. But it's interesting to see, because and it's interesting you make those comments, Vim, because you could argue that, you know, a lot of the partners, as you say, are playing other games, and because there has been this sort of hiatus of the partner program, i.e., there has been no new partners since last September. All of the new content creators that have sort of stepped up and sort of are coming through in more latter months, they're not being recognised, and therefore it makes it even more difficult for drops to be consistent, because you could have potentially audience being pulled away by those new content creators, or it's hurting those new content creators because they don't have drops and therefore feel inclined then to play another game themselves. So it's a bit of a confused situation, because I don't want the partner program to stagnate, but you could argue that, you know, that could happen if they don't, you know, reveal their grand plan soon. And I'm sure they have been working on something in the background, and I'm sure they've not just been sat on their hands for the last 6 months or so. But it's just interesting to see where they take this, because for both, obviously, the new content creators queuing up and wanting that sort of partnership, but equally rejuvenating things for some of the legacy partners that, I think disillusion's a strong word, but just maybe disinterested is probably a better description of, I'd rather do something else with my time, because it impacts the viewers as much as it does the content creators, because you want, you know, more opportunities to go and get this stuff.
That's the thing as well. Like as a content creator, like you look at Sea of Thieves' socials. Like, I think their YouTube has like 400,000 subscribers. Their Twitch has like 100 and something thousand followers, and their Twitter has like, you know, something stupid like over 100,000. And it's like, if you're growing within that community and solely in that community, can you actually get bigger than those channels? You know, so for a content creator that wants to grow, they obviously want to start playing other games and look at other partnership programs and look at other ways to grow their community, because you know, ultimately the best they can get is what Sea of Thieves has. Like, you can't get any bigger than Sea of Thieves within Sea of Thieves, surely.
I feel like the only time that you could kind of do that is if you were to find a way to kind of break out like Summit did. But I know that Summit isn't just Sea of Thieves, and I don't think he was ever just Sea of Thieves. But he's like, what, 700k, something like that, subs, where like Sea of Thieves is, because I'm on theirs, is now 491,000. You know, I don't think there's only one person that I know who's in the partner program who's higher than that, and that's Chimney Swift, but he had a massive Minecraft following beforehand.
He's Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like 1.3 million or something like that, 1.64 mil. So, you know, he's again, yeah, it's Minecraft, and you can see that it's Minecraft if you look at the views that he gets on his videos. And I'm not knocking his content, because like, personally I don't watch his content, so I can't like criticize or like comment on what his content is. But you can see when it's like, you know, even when you look at like videos from like 6 years ago, right? Just a 3-minute video of him and his dog, okay, 200 and like, it's 280k views. And then he's put out a video 5 months ago, Minecraft attack on B-Team server announcement. 11k views, and then he put out a Sea of Thieves video out 6 months ago. Okay, so that's longer than the Minecraft video, and that's 2k views. You know, so it's like even then, I feel like I feel like certain content just has. I'm just. It all depends on the content that he puts out as well.
If you look at the Twitch directory, like when Summit's not streaming, there's only 4,000 to 6,000 people that are viewing Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
So that's if you were to look at that and be like, that is my best. Like the best I can get is 4,000 viewers.
Well, it's the same with
but when you
Boxy
look
as
at
well.
you look at something like Mine, but if you look
Which
at
is where
something like
Boxy tops out at.
like if you look at something like Minecraft or GTA RP or any of those where they have hundreds of thousands of views at all times, it's obviously a wider audience and harder to probably grow in. Like probably 20 times harder to grow in, because with Sea of Thieves it's like, if you have 50 viewers then you're a somebody, but like, I mean, if you have 50 viewers, you're in the top 20. But if you have 50 viewers in any of the other ones, you're in the top 1,000 probably. Even.
That's it, and this is the thing that, and again, it really did take off after Pirate's Life. Is that you're absolutely right? Sort of average normal day, day with week, you're looking at 4 to 6k. On a good night and a good evening, they might get up to 9k viewers. But this is the sting in the tail for Twitch and Sea of Thieves, is that it really hasn't grown as an audience in that time. So what's happened is that a lot of players have come into the game, but that's not transferring into Twitch viewership. But what it has transferred into is Twitch channels. So from when I started streaming Sea of Thieves, which is about 14 months ago now, as a full-time Sea of Thieves streamer, there are nearly 3 times the number of live channels. So when I first started streaming, there was probably about 50 channels live streaming Sea of Thieves at any given point. That has topped out over 100 many times, and sometimes up to 150. But they're all competing for that same audience, and therefore you're right. It's harder now for someone to do what Boxy did and break out, simply because the numbers aren't there, and it would need to see someone like Boxy decline for another person to sort of come to the fore. The only one that breaks the mold is when he starts coming back to Sea of Thieves, which he is at the moment, is Summit. So Summit will come in and suddenly Sea of Thieves...
Yeah, who's currently sitting on at 22k viewers right now.
They are watching for Summit. And that's not being disparaging of Sea of Thieves. They're not watching for Sea of Thieves, they're watching for the personality.
No, yeah, it's Summit.
And by the way, that's not also disparaging 100%. Against the other big Sea of Thieves streamers, because clearly people watch Boxy for Boxy. Otherwise, we'd all be on an equal playing field.
But then,
exactly.
I mean, to be fair, like when Summit does play, you do see that pace goes up like 2-3 times viewers. Like pace.
Even pace is sitting at 1.5k right now, which is what I remember him being when I used to.
No, like. When Summit isn't playing with him, go back 2 months, I remember seeing pace around like 400, 500. That was like his average. Now he's playing with Summit, he goes up to 1.5.
Yeah, but like a year ago.
Yeah, it's because he's playing with Summit though. This is the thing, is that that's not the same for the rest of us, and therefore I'm still in 2 camps of whether that this benefits the game or not. I think it does benefit, because I've seen another large streamer pick up Sea of Thieves even this afternoon and was sat on 4,500 viewers. So it's either through Summit or even the not controversial at all Boom TV tournament has clearly caught the attention of certain people, and that's great, because if it means more people are flooding to the game, it's just, does that put the existing content creators out, noses out of joint? I don't know. I mean, would the game argue if that's a good thing?
Yeah. No, it 100%
but then
does.
Would the game really say, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because they could turn around to us lot and say, well, you've not grown the game on social channels, so maybe it's a good. It's this argument of making sure there's a constant flow of fresh blood into the pipeline.
Well,
yeah.
So if you think about it like this, right? Okay, so like back in the day, I don't know if you like watch any like Mr. Beast stuff, but Jake the Viking, he was like part of Mr. Beast's crew and stuff. And when he started streaming, he actually became part of the partner program for like a moment. And he had obviously a following outside of like streaming because of like what he'd done on YouTube, like independently and with Mr. Beast and all that stuff, and then him coming to Twitch. You know, so it's like they can't really if a big content creator that already has a large following comes over and brings a load of viewers over, they can't really turn around to everybody else and it's like, you started from nothing. Imagine trying to start from nothing and you didn't help us grow. Screw you. Which, you know, could happen because at the end of the day it's business, but still it's like it's not really our fault.
Teasing.
I mean, we had our own British version of that, didn't we? We had completed it, mate. So yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Jay from the In-Betweeners. Yeah. It's like, that's literally what, and he'd put it in his titles all the time. It's like, Jay from the In-Betweeners plays pirate game, shit like that. And then you'd have like Aussie Demon. He was playing around and he helped, like that helped Aussie like create a following, because obviously if you play with somebody who's got a large following, there's going to be people who like drip through and come out and check out the people who they're vibing with.
Yeah, I mean, you even see it with like obviously like we were saying with Summit. You see Summit, then Pace is second, and when they play with Kabobble goes up to 400-500 as well. It just keeps dripping down, and it is benefiting the ones that they play with, but is it going to benefit the rest of the Twitch streamers? I think if a big streamer comes into it with like say I know that Schmitty. Who used to play with Vanos Gaming, the milk bag
I know
icon.
who you mean.
It's like like
Yeah.
this is like when I was He plays Sea of Thieves from time to time, and when he does, he like hits #1 streamer because he has like fucking like four. I think he averages like 4,500 like
Yeah,
the whole
well-
stream. This obviously when obviously Pace and when Summit wasn't playing, but like people like that who come from YouTube who then stream, is it then gonna benefit Twitch more, or is it gonna benefit YouTubers more when his audience start playing Sea of Thieves and then look up content on YouTube rather than, because like you can obviously go into a streamer's channel and ask a question, but you can also ask that same question to Google and then get a tutorial or a better answer.
Well, the
And you
thing
don't
is,
have that interaction.
yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like if you look at it, when XQC played Sea of Thieves, he didn't play it for long because he got tilted by Game Bar and fucking rage quit. But you know, when he was like top streamer on Sea of Thieves for a month because he had like however many viewers for that like 2 minutes, which was just like, you know, tens and tens and tens and hundreds of thousands more than the top. You know, you could combine the whole viewership of Sea of Thieves at that point, and he had tens and thousands more than that, and was #1 for the whole month, and it did not help the game at all. And it's obviously because he probably raged and went, but like out of like, you know, a couple 100,000 people that are watching, you'd have thought that some people would be like, actually I might give this game a go and I might stick around and watch, but it didn't really do anything. It just made all the other content creators suffer for the rest of the month with analytics, because that just messed up everything.
That's it. If you go and look at the stats, it takes Summit about 2, maybe 3 streams, and he will eclipse Boxy's monthly audience in 3 days. So that's the sort of scale we're dealing with here in terms of the juxtaposition between audiences from someone in Summit's league to someone even in by far and away the #1 Sea of Thieves streamer, because no one touches Boxy at all these days. There used to be what I would call the top 3 or 4, even 5. He's in a top 1 now by himself. There's no one statistically that touches him.
Yeah, and on YouTube as well.
He's in a league of his own. You could even argue he may break away completely, and you know, at some point maybe diversify his content. Who knows? I was on PGA Golf.
The PGA Golf Tour.
Kind of a random choice to juxtapose into a different game.
You mean he gives off that vibe though. He
But-
does seem like the kind of guy who'd be like smacking down with a 9-iron down the golf course. You know what I mean?
Texas,
Just
in
sitting there,
Texas, yeah. But again, I can't
Texas,
disagree with anything you said, because we see this flirtation, and some it comes and goes. I mean, I know we were joking that he's still tucking on everybody as if it's like 18 months ago, and that's still the meta. And, you know, which is fair enough. It's entertaining content for his audience, and we all have a giggle about it. But it's like, you know, that's because that was what he was doing the last time he left the game, and he'll probably play this for 2-3 weeks. And it sounds bad, but he'll get bored. He'll go back to GTA, and we'll see him again in 6 months. And he'll, because I always remember watching these Summit streams when he comes in and he's playing with Pace, and he asks Pace, right, Pace, what's new? So they spend like 2 or 3 hours of Pace just basically breaking down the new content that have come in the previous 6 months to Summit, and then once Summit's up to speed, he then starts, you know, tucking again. But yeah,
Isn't he still a Sea of Thieves partner? Isn't he still a SOP
Summit?
partner? Man doesn't know
no,
content.
Summit's not.
Yeah.
Summit's never
still
been in the
SOP
partner
partner?
I don't think so. No.
Really? I thought he was a
He's not in the
partner.
directory. I mean, not that I can like really trust the directory for being up to date, but it's.
I swear someone said he was a partner.
Well, if he is, I've never seen him stream. Obviously, never seen him stream drops. But unless he's got some sort of, well, we'll find out, because if he's still playing in 2 weeks, when drops comes around again, we could all go and have a look at his channel and see if stuff's activated. But I don't think he was in the partner program. Is he in? I mean, push across to you, Vim. Is he in the Discord?
I don't know even. This is a thing. So as far as the Discord's concerned, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about the Discord. I don't know if the actual
Right now.
Discord being a thing, it like comes under my NDA. But like, the thing is with the
They
the
did
partner,
know, but
people know about it, and it's obvious
Yeah,
that it's
because
a thing.
partners
It's
talk about it on
obvious.
stream. Partners talk about it on stream. Like they say, like we're gonna put it in the partner Discord. Like we'll hit up the CSM in the partner Discord. Like it's I think you're allowed to like well.
So it's
allowed
so it's
to.
acknowledged
It's
that
not-
It's
so
not
you're
the
It's
acknowledged
common
Illuminati.
knowledge that-
I think you can acknowledge its existence, but I'm not asking you to put detail on it.
Well, no.
Wait,
So
but
if the partner, so for example, if I'm allowed to acknowledge that the fucking partner Discord is a thing,
Well,
I can look if
on the
Summit's in here.
website, on the website, it does state that you have behind the scenes, like stuff like that. So it states that you are in something. So, and that's common knowledge.
True.
It says on their
Shows the
fucking website.
Yeah, it's so you got to pull up your left trouser leg first, and then you got to.
Don't
one of
say
them.
you didn't practice it with spammels before you did it properly on your initiation.
Oh yeah, so I actually went down to Spammels' house and we went through like a whole hazing ritual. There was Beardley, Beardygeddon, Falcor. They were all there with like the paddles and the robe on. It was weird. They were chanting some weird ritual stuff at me. It was kind of hot.
By the way, also by just mentioning most of those individuals, you have touched on the glaring issue that we do have with Sea of Thieves content creation, and that is the diversity in the demographics. I mean, white, in this case, British bearded men, they're in short supply. On the Sea of in the Sea.
What do you mean? I don't have a beard. I'm not British.
In the Sea of Thieves community.
Yeah.
No,
It's a shame I don't know any. We should try and get one on this podcast.
Yeah, we should try and get one on the podcast. That'd be quite nice to do, actually.
What we
never
what we should
spoken to
do is we
anyone with
should
a beard.
every guest should just be a white English speaking bearded person, and if we end up getting someone who is like a female, we'll just ask for them to draw on a beard.
Or just have
Can
a
you wear
beard.
fake
Just have a
beard,
beard.
please?
Yeah.
Can you just get like a beard on, just like a beard on a stick,
Yeah,
and they just have to hold up the whole thing.
Well, I'll just edit it on in post.
Yeah, in post, it'll just like track it onto
Can
their
you put
face.
this on, please?
I'll be like, hey, can you just like jump around real fast? And they're just like, the chicken's just like, I'm gonna absolutely kill you.
But
yeah, like I mean, the top 10 are probably all English speaking men.
Yeah, but you gotta look at
Kraken, I think.
where they're from.
Kraken is.
Kraken, yeah.
Kraken's in the top 10. I think she is.
Let's have a look. Keep it.
I mean, everyone else in the run-in for sub partner as well. The majority of them are
Well, that's
people that are reaching the requirements right now.
is that their fault though? Like the older
No,
partners
it's
is a different
definitely
thing.
it's not their fault.
Jesus Christ! How many times has Summit been playing? How much has he played the game recently since he like came back? He's already got 6.5 million viewer hours.
Yeah, every day.
Boxy has. Okay, so he's been
He
playing
played this
every
like
day.
small. He was in this like small tournament as well recently.
Yeah,
So I got
true.
his nice views.
The small tournament, yeah. So the top 5 right now are Summit, Boxy, Pace, Rob Raven, and Hitbo. And there's LD, Bidigeddon, Flotsam, Bosch
Wow.
Merchant. I don't know who that is.
Kraken is number 16. She's way down the list. I mean,
Damn.
Yeah,
There's
Kabobble,
only-
Kraken 16, Falco. Falco's pretty low by the looks. That's a French person.
I think Falco's been playing different games on stream though. I remember even, and same with like Kraken and Beardley. They're playing like
there's
a horror
only
game
2 women in
recently.
the top 20, and that is Kraken and Mads.
And Azuki.
Mads, yeah.
No, Mads is 21. Azuki's 19.
Maybe I'm just looking at.
Mads is 21. It goes, yeah, because it's.
Are you looking at English and the
on
others doing?
Solinoam for 30 days.
Oh, I'm looking on Twitch metrics. 30 days.
And it's weird how different sites have different stats. So yeah, they only put. So Mads is 19.
Well, when was Sully Gnome last
it updates
updated?
every 8 hours or so. So it's. I mean.
Okay, this was last updated 14 hours ago.
Timac is number 4 which is one of Timac is number 4. He's been playing. So on a Galleon last night.
He's not even on this.
A Galleon last night. It was Summit, Timac, Kabobbles, and Pace on a Galleon. So Timac has gone in at number 4. He's got more views in 40 hours.
I'm not even seeing him on the list.
Does. So it's.
Oh, he's not even on my list, dude.
Yeah.
He's not on Twitch metrics.
So Coco May is ahead of Azuki on my list. Tizzy's ahead of Azuki on my list. Well, obviously, she's not a top partner.
What the hell? How is that so off? Because literally my top 5 is Summit, Boxy, Pace, Rob Raven, and Hitbo. That's the top
for me,
5.
30 Days Sully Gnome, I've got Summit as number 1, Boxy Fresh as number 2, Pace at 3, Timac at 4, Rob Raven at 5, Hitbo 6, LD 7, Aussie Antics at 8, Beardageddon at 9, and Serpentant.
He was just doing. Yeah. He just did the tournament. That's the only stream he did.
Aussie Antics has done 64 hours Sea of Thieves in the last 30 days, which has given him 86,000 viewing hours.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Well, you compare that to Serpent, who's done 214 streamed hours, and that's given him 60,000 viewing hours. But
he's high on there at the moment.
14 hours in a month streamed. That is. Do you ever get up from your chair? That's just like.
Yeah, right. What are you like? When are you doing when are you eating, and when are you doing your dishes, and when are you doing your washing up, and you're washing your clothes and stuff? When are you showering, bro? Go touch some grass.
It's like 8 hours a day every day, right?
Pretty much. I mean, it's a full.
Yeah.
I mean that's not bad, but there's so much to you just got so much else that you've got to do outside of it.
That's the thing. That's solely playing.
Yeah.
So
Sea of Thieves, and Serpents is the Star Wars Battlefront guy, isn't he? The one that grew off of. Was that Serpents?
They played together.
Is it?
Oh no! Yeah. Serpent.
I always get those two mixed up because they have quite similar logos.
They also play on a sloop every night together, so it's they do blend into one at times.
Fair.
No, but Serpents is because I went on I checked his YouTube, and it looks like he grew majorly during Star Wars Battlefront, and then I believe he probably came over to Sea of Thieves with that community.
I wish I.
I mean that's a good example. That's probably a good example of someone bringing a community over, because then it obviously looks like it's building up people like Sotus if he's playing with him all the time.
True.
Or her.
There's a big partner called Coil who's played the game for 3 hours and has enough viewing hours to become partner. That's insane.
Well, XQC had like fucking like a million
Yeah.
times the bloody requirements for playing for 15 minutes. The only thing he didn't reach was his 16 hours a week.
Well, that's what I mean. This is what we were talking about last night, then. But like that kind of makes you realize how
Yeah.
small every content creator within the Sea of Thieves community
Yeah,
is. Like in the
100%.
grand scheme of Twitch,
Tiny. And same with YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think you can genuinely be considered a big content creator until you've hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, like YouTube-wise anyway. And I don't think you can be considered a big content like a large, like a huge content creator on Twitch until you're in that like 10,000 range consistently, in my opinion.
Right.
yeah, pretty much.
So
Because that's
you
when
wanna
everyone
know-
knows your name, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
and-
high. It's high. Sea of Thieves ranking as a game on Twitch is at the moment is number 25. I don't think I've ever seen it that high before. Yeah,
Well, there's apparently only
It's
50.
probably because of the tournament.
Yeah, the Boom TV
I mean,
stuff.
it's-
It is saying that there's only 57 channels at the moment, 35 most streamed game for me. Like Twitch metrics is so weird compared to Sully Gnome. What's going on? What's your peak viewers
people
for
do
it?
The one thing that Twitch
I know.
metrics tends to do, though, it removes all of the I think it's as bad calling them fly by night, but literally the big streamers that may play it one day in 30 days. Sully Gnome doesn't.
Well, no, it doesn't, because I was watching it with XQC on Twitch metrics.
Yeah, but again, it's not consistent in the way it applies those streams, because sometimes, I mean, in the
fair.
way that you've pointed out that you're missing that guy that I spoke about. It seems to be
Yeah.
selective of the big people that it brings in and puts in its statistics. Sully Gnome
strange.
doesn't do that. It just reports it as is.
Fair.
Yeah, it's so at the moment, Sea of Thieves can be confident it's beating out the likes of chess and art. In your face,
Yes.
Art, let's
the entire
fucking
section
go.
of art, and
Let's fucking... But it comes to the point where people turn around and tell you that it's easier to grow playing frickin' or like doing just chatting or playing marbles on stream than it is to bloody stream SOT. And it's like, oof, that's a big rip.
To be honest, yeah, probably because like obviously people that come through and look at your channel in just chatting or marbles or whatever, they're coming for the game, and they're coming to talk to you. Whereas when with Sea of Thieves and the big issue, it's mainly they're coming for the giveaways and the culture behind that on Twitch. And then, like, obviously, the people then stick around after the giveaways, and you can grow a community around that. But you first have to then draw those people in, because of Sea of Thieves isn't really an interesting game. Like I don't watch Sea of Thieves content, and if I were to, I'm watching it mainly for the content creator. I'm not watching it because I want to watch someone do fucking the Fort of the Damned stack or something like that, something stupid like that. Like, I don't care. If I wanted to do that, I'd just go do it myself.
Mm.
I disagree with you. I think there are
think
people that do watch the content, because there are probably about 3 or 4 streamers that obviously make their buck off that sort of content. And the one thing is that, and I think it's got better, but the one thing that sort of always frustrated me about the Twitch scene in Sea of Thieves is that there isn't that much variety. It's either PvP or it's that sort of stacking mentality, and there isn't a lot else. And that's the thing that's sort of annoyed me in the past, is that it does very much falls into those two classes, and unless you're super good at either of them, it's harder to break through. And yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, my personal experience is I drowned for a year in just chatting and couldn't make any headway at all. I switched to Sea of Thieves, and my channel grew to the, by the way, it's not a massive channel today, but it is what it is. And that's because, in a way, Sea of Thieves helps, but also limits, because you're right, we said the comment earlier on, if you've got 50 viewers, you're somebody. So if you're able to get into other channels and get yourself known and drive audiences towards your channel through giveaways or through just being in other people's chats, it's absolutely possible to do that through networking Sea of Thieves. The problem is is that once you get to that sort of 50, 60, 70 level, it's very then much harder to push on because there simply isn't the audience to go after. Where in Just Chatting there is, but it's how you drive people to your channel in Just Chatting is much harder because you're an even smaller fish in a bigger ocean in something like Just Chatting. Marbles is slightly different because again you've got that interaction, and I know that I remember streaming marbles. There are people just that roam Twitch looking for marble streams because they love playing marbles so much. It's just like just go to the shop and buy some marbles.
Just do stream
just
raiders
like
instead.
chucking marbles around your fucking room like a psychopath. Setting up the crazy little courses and just being like, the green one's gonna hit the button before the blue one. Meh.
But there's a million TikTok videos of it.
I watch those though. I will watch those at like 4 a.m. I'll sit there and I'll watch them and I'll be like, Blue's gonna win, come on, fucking Blue, oh my god, lime green, you fucking piece of shit, what are you doing?
Racing cans of Pepsi against cans of Coke on a treadmill. I mean, it's
the treadmill, dude. I love it. It's so good. I've been watching those so much. He had like a black versus white, and so he had like a Batmobile and he had like a white car and then he had like all these different things. So he had like a white can of drink and a black can of drink and like all these different things. I was just sitting there like, bruh, this is why didn't I do this? Like some of the things that are on YouTube that go viral and like TikTok and stuff that go viral are just the dumbest thing. Like ordinary sausage. Dude just makes sausages out of random crap. But I will sit there and watch it for 17 hours because it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's just a dude who sounds like a weird Peter Griffin with a bit more of a like New York accent, and he's making sausages out of just random shit, and it's just like.
I remember when he did a collab with Critical, and he was making sausages, and then there was a fucking fly that got into it, and I was like, that's just so disgusting.
Yeah, but he was all like, the turkey smells. It's been de-thawing in my car for 3 days. It's just like, you dirty bastards. But it's just so entertaining to watch, and it's just so like, it's so low budget. It's so like, but it works so well.
It's just scuffed, yeah.
It's so funny. Though.
It's about the content rather than the production.
Yeah, exactly. Which is where it like branches out because like obviously when it comes to like content, you'd say like there's like fundamental things. It's like for me, I reckon audio comes above visuals because your ears get a lot offended your ears get offended a lot quicker than your eyes do. So like if you open up a video and it's all pixelated but it's got smooth audio, you can kind of deal with the pixelated like visuals, but if you open it up it's got the smoothest like 4K visuals, but then all you hear is like down your ears. You just be like and turn the thing off. I just knocked me water over. But yeah, but but 100% it does show that it's about the content more than the production of stuff. Yeah. Like but it's like even with you, it's like editing. We had that conversation not long ago that editing can really make or break content as well, like when it comes to videos.
Yeah, like I was saying, like I said at my creator showcase the other day with Hardway, but like when you're creating your own content or like editing, you're very overcritical and you want to make it perfect, but like how much of that perfectness is actually noticed by the viewer, like because you don't get a lot of feedback on YouTube. I mean on Twitch, you get people telling you your audio's fucked or your screen's on something different. You get like real-time feedback, but on YouTube you get some like the YouTube comments are so, like some people are just so weird in them. Like there's people leave comments and there's people that leave like paragraphs and then people that leave stories, and it's just like it's just all over the place. You don't know what you're gonna get when you post a video.
I think my favourite comment on one of my videos was, "It's so cringe when he tries to be funny," and I'm just there like, it's so cringe that you think I care about your opinion. It's like, I honestly don't care. Like, obviously the video wasn't made to be funny. It was like one of my guide videos, but like at the end of the day, it's like I like to try and be funny, so I'm obviously gonna put like little jokes and like little memey things in that. Even like the most serious stuff I'll still try and make a joke out of.
But I mean, But then again, looking at those hours, it comes down to attitudes. I think people can have various attitudes, and it's interesting to see that. It's interesting to see if you think that Sea of Thieves is something that you can honestly make a living out of as well, because we were talking. I was talking about this earlier on the stream today. It's this case of, for me, it's not going to be. It's never going to be a worry because I've got a 9 to 5 job. So this is something I do as a hobby. But again, to other people, this is absolutely their career, and that's something they want to do to make to make money out of, to live, thrive, and survive. So again, it's differing attitudes, and sometimes you can see different approaches to, I suppose, production value off the back of that. I'm not saying I'm flippant towards it. I'm not. Give it a good go. But if I stop streaming tomorrow, it's not going to affect my life as much as it would another person. So again, these are the different approaches, and again, what is the game doing to sort of encourage that attitude of people that actually want to dedicate their time and their effort to Sea of Thieves, knowing that actually might return them a living, even if it's through YouTube, if it's through Twitch, or if it's a combination of platforms. And I arguably would say that there's 2, maybe 3 dozen people that it does that effectively for. And is that?
I would say that there's probably more YouTube partners than Twitch partners that probably make money, like make a living from Sea of Thieves than they do on Twitch. Like I feel like the income on Twitch obviously has to come from somebody, whereas the income on YouTube comes from ads, and the ads can pay very well.
You also have the join feature as well, don't you? On
you have like
YouTube, membership as well. Crap. So that's also a thing. But I know I think that's more catered to, like, it's essentially like a YouTube streamer's equivalent of a sub on Twitch.
Yes, pretty much. But the thing is that, like, you could be the biggest streamer on Sea of Thieves, but if your community isn't giving, then you're not going to be the most grossing.
No.
Well, most is it grossing? Is that
or just put to say top earner.
Top earning.
Yeah.
Top earning. Yeah.
But it's like, I've been quite fortunate because for somebody of my size, I feel like I make more than I should, and that's because I've got some like quite generous people in my community. But like, I look at other people who are also at the same level as me, and they like may not have as many subs, but they stream like twice as much as I do. And then I'll look at somebody else who's like, sitting around the same thing. And like, even like, so for like Harg, for example, he was like always, even when like he had less viewers than I did, he still had more subs than me, because his community's so like, just, like you said, giving, and they support him so much. So it's like, it definitely does depend on the community.
I would absolutely agree with that, and it depends which individuals you get, but also I think that also comes down to your stream style as well, of basically how the content you're putting out, and whether you. I think it's unfair to say that people have got a smaller number of subs are cold. They're not. It's just you've attracted a different type of audience. That's all. And it's a strange one, and again, bring this full circle to where we started off. It's interesting to see what the impact of drops is when you have those higher audiences as a SOT partner. Whether you actually see the commercial benefit of that, other than either boosting your chances to become Twitch partner, or you actually see extra revenue coming through in terms of bits and subs because of that larger audience, and that would be interesting to know, to see those stats of SOT partners, to see, do you actually make more on drops weekends versus a conventional stream, or whether it's just simply a spike in numbers.
I would say yes, because simply the fact of obviously that spike in numbers obviously is bringing more eyes on, and it gives more of an opportunity, because the amount of people, like, I've had a good amount of people who've come in from drops and stuff like that, and it's like, oh hey, came from drops, like the content, drop a sub, or it's like, hey, can't sub but have 100 bits or something like that. So there definitely is some sort of boost in revenue when it comes to drops. Even when I say like I don't really see that much of an increase in viewers, I still do like get a couple extra subs here and there through drops, because it's like just that new head coming in and he's like, oh yeah, no, I mean I actually like your vibe, so I'm gonna drop a sub or something like that.
I've got to relate. I mean, the only sort of relatable experience I've got is exactly that. It's would probably be the Orb stream for myself of when that happened, and obviously, as I said, it only needed, so you have 6,000 people dropped on you, and they all want that obsidian wheel so bad, but it's just all I needed was 10, 20, 30 to come back, and they did, and that was the difference between night and day for me, because that was what pushed me from where I was before to where I am now, and again that shows the power of the production and the support from Rare, if they're willing to, if they do that and they do it in a concentrated way, how they can help boost SOT partners or even the wider creator crew. So it's just seeing how they apply themselves and how they change things. And again, I'm assuming that things are going to change, and we've seen it obviously with the diversification and expansion of SOT TV. Well, that seems to have benefited many members of the creator crew. Are we going to see sort of a reciprocation for partners? Because it's interesting to see sort of what more wider range of partner content specifically designed for partners is going forward. But it's interesting, because I would hope that that's what's coming down the line 3, 4, 5 months from now.
The Orb raid was the Orb stuff was really well done, and it was a really good idea because of you. It was only catered to the Sea of Thieves players that really care about the game and want to know about the lore, and everyone that they raided got raided with an active raid. They weren't why the fuck would you lurk a picture? Why would you lurk a GIF and not be active to see what's going on, because every couple of hours it would have a little teaser. But then obviously when you came back and you were raided into someone, and then you'd also see that they were giving out the drop, then you'd have a reason to stick around and interact and follow and give gratitude to, I guess, for streaming at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So,
How did the Orb? So they did it. I wasn't playing around the Orb. So did they stream?
Yeah.
Then
So
raid someone, and then when you
basically
finish your
the way
stream,
it works is they start at 10 o'clock, I think it was on a Thursday or Friday, and they basically they went live on the Sea of Thieves TV channel, and it was a scene in a tavern with who we now know as Belle leaning over a fireplace, with just the Orb. So the Orb from that season's plunder pass or battle pass, whatever we call it.
not the Orb.
Yeah,
It's
whatever the lantern of the lantern of
the snow globe, the frosty snow.
And they
ship
basically
lantern.
would tease either they'd have things like the Servant of the Flame speak, and then a door would close as if someone was coming in from the cold, because obviously this is in December, and they'd just go to a creator crew member. And then for the next, I think it was half an hour, that person would have drops exclusive on their channel, nothing else. So there'd be no other channel with drops other than this creator crew members. And then they'd stick around for another 10 minutes, and then they go back to the Sea of Thieves TV. And then they repeated the process, and they did it. I think it was something like 15 times over 72 hours or something crazy. So there'd be a 3-hour gap of just people staring at the Orb, waiting for the next raid, waiting for the next drop. And on paper, it sounds ludicrous. But in reality, it was marketing
crazy.
Genius. So when the first raid that went to Hardway, I think, was 1,500 people. The last raid that went to MOC on the Sunday, 14,500 people were dropped on Mother of Chickens. That's insane. And that's basically people staring for 3 hours at an Orb. And then the thing is, all of the community people that go, I fell asleep in the middle of Saturday night and I missed the Obsidian sales. It's an outrage. And it's just You've been given
Outright.
free stuff non-stop for 72 hours, and you're moaning the way it was done. I had even then, I had so many complaints in my Discord saying, "Oh, it's just done really badly." I said, "I've never seen anything done so well in my entire life to create a furore and a buzz around a bloody snow globe."
Yeah, because there was people making like Twitter accounts. It was like the orb on Twitter and all sorts of stuff. It was insane.
Church of Orbitology was one that I saw, and
there was a Twitch account that came in and started trying to like preach me the orb, and he was like, "The orb is the way," and I was like, "Get out of here with your goddamn orb speak. Me and my homies hate the orb. Now get the fuck out of my chat, boy. I don't want to hear your goddamn orb speak."
So yeah, I think, and again, that was really targeted. I think it was MOC, Carities. I think Sin got one, and Ron. No, but I'm just talking about the partner. I think only four partners got raided. The rest of it was all non-partners, and obviously, drive things through.
Oh, sorry. I feel like, but the thing is with the orb raid, it showed really, really inconsistent results. So, like, the orb raid for some people, it kept them consistently after that orb raid. So, for you, I noticed for you, you were kind of, like, consistently over 100 after the orb raid. It was the same with Harg. It was the same with Lazy Buzzard. But, like, Ron, I didn't see, I haven't seen an increase like that, or an increase that's stuck anyway. Same with...
Because she hasn't got a beard, that's why.
Oh yeah, true. Same with Cynical. Same with Cynical as well, though. I haven't seen him like get a jump up because of the orb, which shocks me considering his like whole Twitch channel is basically based around giveaways. Then there's like Carities as well. I haven't really seen a large increase in her like average since the orb raid, like it is done for the non-partners, because like I said, I'd say like Harg's views doubled, Lazy Buzzard's more than doubled. Yourself,
five of us are partners now. 5 of us are Twitch, not Sea of Thieves partners. Five of us are Twitch partners. So Mythical
Food,
got orbed twice, lucky bastard.
That's a bit scuffed that they did that twice.
Myth got it. Myth's partner. Lazy Buzzard is partner. Harg is partner. Dildosaur is partner. And I'm partner. All 5 of us. I don't think Dozer was orbed. But again, he's another one that's come through and has become Twitch partner since that time.
Same with Tizzy as well.
Tizzy, I think, is in a different space because...
That's a networking situation because of like who she's been networking with. She's an absolute little beast.
She's a beast at it, but also I think her content. It goes back to the point about content. She does something different, slightly different to other people, and I don't think there's many other people that do the similar sort of content. And she's given a different twist on it. Whether you like it or not, it's not everyone's cup of tea. She does sit in her own little niche. But there are so many people now, as I said, and it's gone completely about face, because the way it used to work is you got SOC partner and it allowed you to kick on to Twitch partner. Well, now it's completely the other way round. You're getting Twitch partner first, and all of us just sat there going, what's going on? What's going on? And again, they don't owe us anything, by the way. We all got Twitch partner through various different means, but it's this case of, it's just interesting to see how, well, if you gave that boost to the creator crew and you gave that boost to your content creators on Twitch, now, well, what's the end game from a Rare perspective? So it's just interesting to see how they take that go forward. But yeah, there's a lot of beards in there though. That's the problem, and it's too many beards. So I think now we've seen face reveal. I think Dozer's got a beard. Obviously myself, Harg, Buzzard. Mythical has a mustache. Yeah, he doesn't have a beard, but it's facial hair, so he sort of semi counts.
Semi counts. It's like halfway there.
Do you think during the orb raids, the reason why people like Carities and like Sin and Octagon Ron didn't grow as big is because they're already established Sea of Thieves partners, and the community were like, well, let's actually give this to people that need it, you know, like
100%.
because it was I like looking at who it did affect. Obviously, it was affecting those who actually could get partner off of it, and I think maybe the community took that.
And I see smaller channels like Captain Axe and Fluffy Edge. They've also come on leaps and bounds since that. Their channels have grown. And it just allowed them to make the next step. So sometimes they did target some smaller channels that are really pushed on to what they would call the next stage because of that raid. So yeah, I think a lot of the time was just simply because of over the 72 hours, they just were trying to sort of mix it up a bit of why they went to those established. And this is where it sounds deeply cynical as well. I also think that certain people, probably had more of an advantage because of the drop they got. They're obviously the variety of the. We could say that the audience of Sea of Thieves sometimes can be a little bit cynical over giveaways. They can be a bit cynical over freebies. We all three of us have got experience of that. And some of the drops, unfortunately, I was very lucky that I got what is quite a prize drop in the Obsidian Wheel, but I know a couple of the others got like the Omen Flag. And if you've got like the ancestral flag, exactly, it's like, ooh, a flag. Fancy. Well, I've stayed up.
Who uses a fucking flag anymore?
3 a.m. and I've got the Omen flag. I'm feeling worthwhile.
The thing is, though, I've got a question for you guys. Because obviously, like Chicken was saying, you think that the people sticking around after the old raid and stuff was to like kind of help these people get to partner and whatever. Since you've got partner, have you seen a drop in your numbers? Because I've noticed since Hard got partner, his numbers have dropped a little bit. And Lazy Buzzards, since you got Twitch partner, and then Lazy Buzzards did the same thing, and to the point where it looks like they've like almost dropped half their viewership to the point where they're below what they were to what you need to get Twitch partner. And it's like,
so I'll be very honest, I'm probably not got the numbers that even Buzzard and Hug have got. So they were always in the triple digits. I could get up there, but I don't stream enough either. They stream much longer hours than me. I've seen a little dip off in the last week or so, but I don't think it's down to that. I don't think it's down to the partner effect, because I haven't really changed anything I do, and I still see the same people through the door. I think the difference has been the summits. I think that's the impact of the summit stuff. I think it's just the timing's worked out either well or good for me. But I'm talking single digit drop off, Vim. So I literally was sort of the 75 to 80 average when I got partner, sort of just over the line, and I've probably dropped back down to the 70 average in the last week or so.
That's mad that your average is so low, because I remember seeing you like consistently like over 100.
Because,
like 100%, you were like 113, 120, like consistent.
But that's in the final hour of my stream. You see, I don't normally knowing your sleep patterns, mate. That's probably when you're watching me. So I will stream normally no longer than 4.5 hours, right? Because I have a life. Outside of Twitch.
Oh, what?
Wait, Sea of Thieves isn't your life?
No, I have a life outside of Sea of Thieves, so I don't have the time to do anything more than that. So
oh my God. Wait, you're not a simp. You don't have a girlfriend or a wife, do you?
Ring on the finger and everything.
Fucking The recording's over. I'm done with this. I can't be hanging out with it. Imagine having a wife. What a simp.
A mortgage and ass. But honestly, it's I can only spare the time to stream for 4.5 hours. So I'll get up to those numbers that you've described, and then I'll finish, and I'll go and give them to somebody else. So it's just like, so that last hour is always cracking in terms of numbers, and what I needed to do is just get there sooner. You know, not many women want to do that.
Yeah.
But
that's good in some cases.
That's the way I got the purple, the shiny purple tick is just getting above that 75 and staying there for as long as possible. I haven't seen a major drop off. There's been a little bit of dip, and only in the last week. And I think it's more of an effect of people sucking the audience away from the rest of us. And again, it's whether you see that as whether that's going to be a lasting thing, or whether the audience will grow, or whether I'm just completely batshit crazy and it's just me being shit and the numbers are dropping because of me. I'm just looking for an excuse. Damn you, big streamers with your draw. And
Yeah.
I feel like
God
as well
damn
when the big Athena update comes out, we may see another big drop off because people actually go out to start playing the game again.
There's going to be, I feel like, so first of all, I feel like with the Athena going up, I feel like Freemason's going to come back to Sea of Thieves possibly and go back to his old ways of Athena.
He already has come back.
Has he?
I saw a YouTube video, like, he posted one like 5 days ago, being like, I'm back on the seas.
Alright, okay, so I don't really pay attention to Mason, to be honest. Like, I used to watch his content when I first like got into streaming and stuff like that. But as he like moved away from it and I found different content creators, I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then I just kind of like stopped watching him. But yeah, like I feel like he's gonna come back and he'll go to his old Athena ways. I feel like Tuckin's gonna come back in because
probably
the Athena Voyages, which is gonna be awful because it just means like Harper Twitch is just gonna be like, I don't mind tucking every now and again, you know, like you're sitting there out of like a whole week and you've done 8-hour streams 5 days out of that week. You've tucked for like half an hour or 45 minutes once out of that whole week. Cool. But when you're sitting there for 12 hours a day, you might as well just do just chatting, because you're playing the game for like 20 minutes, and that's if you're killing them, getting the loot and selling it, or you're getting killed and then getting sunk and then not getting the loot, and then you just go and do it again. You hop in for like 20 hours to find the Athena person.
I hopped in and I've hopped in and watched Summit a few times this week. He's either been tucking on Morrow's Peak, or he's server hopping with Pace, and then Pace goes, I've got an Athena, and then they just hop on, and they're not even going for like Reapers or anything. It's literally just Athenas.
Best chest in the game.
Like, it's
honestly,
not
the win condition.
Like the thing is though, you might as well just go get Reapers.
No, honestly, I streamed with a guy called Frank McShank this evening. 51k off a level 5 Order of Souls flag. I know it's Golden Glory, but 51k off one flag is like, thanks very much. And it's like
yeah, right.
I'll take that. We had it the other week, didn't we, Chicken? We got sunk by that guy. He like went on social media and goes, I stole.
We didn't sink this thing.
No, sorry, he stole our. We didn't sink. He stole our Athena. We stole his 800 cannonballs. And it's like, and I was like, so you've got a chest worth 5,000 gold. Good for you. You go and enjoy it. We're going to be set.
We have 800 cannonballs, 500 wood, and all your fish.
Yeah, and if you think about that, if you put that into perspective of how much you'd have to spend at the outpost to buy that many cannonballs, like
it's 5,000. It's 5,000 for 50 cannonballs. 50 so that's cannonballs. Easily what 40,000?
40,000 just on the cannonballs.
Subs are the currency of the game now, not gold and doubloons. It's supplies.
No, 100%. Like literally, you go onto ships now and you can be there like. We've done it the amount of times that I've hopped onto a ship and they've like a level 5 gold hoarder or like a level 5 emissary. You hop on, they've got no loot at all, and you're like, what the hell? But then you open up the barrel and it's like, oh, okay, so they've got every single fish in the game 4 times over. They've got 1 million frickin' pineapples. They've got 4 pages of barrels of cannonballs in the bloody barrel. They've got all the to the point where you can literally have like 14 servers full of people with full pockets of chain shots, and it's just like, what have these guys been doing?
Yeah, I get more excited when I see a stocked curse cannonball barrel than I do loot.
I get turned on when I see phantom cannonballs now, because you just don't see them anymore. Now that Flameheart's gone, you just don't see phantom cannonballs anymore.
Those Order of Souls missions, and to be honest, why would you?
Why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you?
There's me and Needle did them the other day, and because he was trying to complete his com to complete them, and we ended up getting 6 Wraith balls, and a galleon came up on us, and we fired all 6 into them, and they just weren't expecting it.
Wraith balls are just god tier, absolute
they're just mega cakes.
Balls. Literally,
if you're a player that's only been in the game 2-3 months, and you run into 6 Wraith balls, you're thinking, guy's hacking. I'm reporting him right now.
Yeah. Why did his cannonball have a bright giant face on it? Why did it scream at me?
Modding. He's put a mod in. It's like...
Yeah, he's put a mod in. Why did this guy shoot a ghost at me? Why did it set on fire? Like, bro, come on.
But I mean, people keep... I still get the odd question. I'll probably get it once every couple of months. It's not a lot, but it's just do you think I should stream Sea of Thieves because I want to start out on Twitch? And I don't
No.
the thing is, I don't ever come out and just say no, but I just try and tell them... It's just come as no, but then
It's like, fuck you, I'm the Twitch streamer, respect me, fuck
but then
you.
it's 20 minutes of why you shouldn't, because it's end up like sound like some old man in the pub going, oh, it's the hardest game in the world. I've been doing it, man. I was doing it, man.
Back
in my
day, there was only about 50 channels live at any one point, and you could get in easy dubs. Now, all they're doing is streaming through their Xbox, isn't they? And there's like 70,000 channels live.
Everyone's doing
Davy Jones.
You got all these new streamers coming in here taking our jobs.
It's bad trying to stop Brexits from the rest of Twitch, to be honest, onto its own streaming platform. But yeah, this says you get to the answer no, but it's through a convoluted Gos type way.
Yeah, no, like when people
like,
ask
I think starting in Sea of Thieves is probably going to be that, like, starting on Twitch is going to be the hardest way to go, like, hands down.
I feel like
Twitch is so bad.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I feel like SOT would be a good game for you to like variety. If you were going to start off streaming, it'd be a good one to have in your variety pack of stuff that you're going to do. Because I feel like nowadays, if you pigeonhole yourself as a creator, you're really shooting yourself in the foot really early on. Because it makes it harder for you to break out if you're only known for doing that one thing. Which is why I've been playing more and more Minecraft when I've actually... Now, most of the time, I actually get more viewers when I'm playing fucking Minecraft.
Pirates. Yeah, but I'm too lazy to learn other games. I'm just also too old. So they don't have the ability. So,
Yeah, you need to learn how to play Sea of Thieves first.
Can't you? Standing at the top of the ladder, swinging your sword and nothing.
It's content. It's content. If I'm still learning, then chat's still learning, and everyone has a good time.
Jumping around the ship, fucking firing your blunderbuss and complaining about the lag when there was no lag, and they just...
He's like, I was lagging, it was. It was like, no, that's just your Alzheimer's playing up, brother.
Look, it's a target demographic when I meet it, alright? It's me, Dozer and Teach.
Yeah.
It's me, Dozer and Teach. Catering for the...
Well, Teach is
the older
the
audiences.
OAP.
Yeah, the first thing that Teach did when she joined the partner program, she was like, "Am I the oldest I need to know?" And then everyone was just like, "Obviously." It's just like, not to be rude, you are in your 60s, I'm pretty sure. It's like,
I say Dozer's got 8 years on me, so he'd be if he got in and I got in, I'd still only get the bronze medal. It's rubbish. But,
I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's like, who's the first Sea of Thieves partner that we're going to have to do a memorial for?
it's a 10-year plan.
Oh, God.
Who's going to be immortalised for
10-year
dying of old age?
Gosfather 80 was the first pirate to reach the Sea of the Damned in IRL.
We've now changed the rag and bone
didn't
crate
get
to the
respawn.
Gosfather crate. Yeah, didn't get a
He pissed off
respawn.
Terry so much, he never sent him back.
He got IRL red bearded.
Oh, God.
Just banned from life.
Yeah, still didn't get an Easter egg. Anyway.
They just scratch a little thing next to that thing on the Ferry of the Damned. Just a little GF.
Right at the bottom of the post. Yeah, Gos. The Gos was there.
It just says slag.
Gos died here.
Slag.
yes, some slag died here. Actually, if they just immortalised me, I'd just sit in the corner looking at Stephen Spoils. Just like shouting cockney swear words at him.
Stephen, you slag.
Slag, Stephen. Where's all these spoils? What is a spoil?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you walk up to him and he always sounds so scared as well, because he's like, spoils for sale. And it's like, do you want to sell me the things that you're offering me?
When you leave, he goes, don't stop for nothing. Well, That's going to be hard.
He's like that kid who's like behind someone
going
going,
to be
"Hold
hard.
me back."
I'm trying to play the game. If I don't stop for nothing, then how am I going to get any loot? You stupid cockney bastard.
Yeah, you're just gonna sit there and piss yourself. It's like, I really need a pee, but I'm just about to loot this thing. Right, I gotta remember what Steven says, so I'm just gonna...
Don't
it's so warm and wet.
So there we go. There's a full arc from content creation to pissing yourself in a simple 90 minutes.
That's
Well,
just how British people do, man.
What, piss themselves?
Yeah. 100%.
if they're old enough.
You haven't met my dad. He wears like 3 nappies just in case.
Only when he's playing Sea of Thieves, though.
Only when he's playing Sea of Thieves. He only wears 2 anywhere else.
Oh, God, Trent.
You see Stoke-on-Trent? Welcome to Stoke-on-Trent. There's a bunch of pirates just beating fuck out of each other in the town centre. Just a couple of guys running around Primark going, TDM, TDM, TDM.
It's still the Midlands, technically. I think, yeah, maybe the next one we could even talk about the prequel to Sotfest.
The prequel to Sotfest, oh gee.
How it's going to smell so bad.
And Will Noodle get his garden furniture.
It's going to smell so bad.
Furniture back.
I'm not going to
I can't believe they sold out in
But
like
they only
2
probably
minutes.
had like 20 tickets.
How many did... Like
20
5.
tickets, yeah.
5 tickets.
It's in like a little church community
is.
centre thing. They've got like 20 little
It is
fold-out
it is in the
chairs.
church hall.
It's so
Exactly
awkward.
what it's in.
The stupid thing is that it's like 2 months away, isn't it? They
it's-
can literally
yeah.
get a new
Yeah,
venue.
it's
Can I
still 3
big
months.
dick?
It's
Can I
over
big
3
dick
months away.
partner and be like, hey, I'm a partner and I couldn't get a ticket.
It's and the thing is, it's been sold out for 2 months, so they've actually had in total 5 months to move it, but they have not bothered. They could have moved it to a place where they actually had a bar where people could buy drink, but because of this religious hall, it's dry, so there's no alcohol allowed in. That's great. And yeah,
You got me there sneaking in fucking crates in my jeans.
Well, I said you go in one of those baseball hats with like the 2 can holders on each side,
Yeah.
foam dome or whatever they're called.
I'll just modify my pirate hat.
One of those
Just
straws
modify my
and like
pirate
one of
hat.
those rucksacks full of beer, just like supping it down, going in. It was
Just like an Athena brand foam finger.
that's one emissary that let his company down.
Reaper football
But
jersey.
it's I 20,
How much were the tickets?
20 quid, I think 20 quid, something like that.
That's mad that they sold out in 2 minutes though. Like people must have been sitting there waiting.
They hyped out massively.
I forgot.
Yeah, I completely forgot. And like, I've got so many people like, you come in Sotfest? I'm like, I didn't get a fucking ticket. I might just go sit outside and then just be like, do the things that I used to do when I was like, 15, 16, trying to get into bars and just wait until the security turns around and then just be like, just like hop in. Or I'll just hit them up and be like, hey, I'm a partner, so can I just come anyway? I don't mind paying still, but like, do people want to see me? And even though nobody wants to see me, but like, people want to see me.
Pretend to be somebody else.
Just
go,
yeah.
I'm David Beardley. Let me
Yeah, it's
in.
like, wait, where's my flat cat? I've got a flat cat. I'm Beardageddon. It's fine. This'll do. Just Beardageddon. There we go. More beard.
Just go in and say, what doing?
This'll work fine. I'm Beardageddon.
You could probably reach out to the whoever it is and just say, hey, can I be on the panel?
Can I be on the panel? Yeah. It's like, who are you? And it's like, exactly.
They have all sort of partners in the panel. Who is it? I think they have Foxdie, MOC, Sin,
Beard,
and
Kraken.
Beard, Kraken, and Qaeda, and Dagon
Captain Belzonia.
Captain Belzonia.
Who are the last two? I've never heard of those last two.
Balzonia is someone who does a lot of shot shots, and he has a picture, and he's immortalized in game. I think he has the Kraken in Sanctuary Outpost. Kraken picture.
Yeah.
And Dagmar
cool.
Timmers is the other half of
And then
Gosmarlo.
I know Dagmar
the Great Mighty
Timmers.
Pooh.
Follow on Twitter.
So
The old twit box.
yeah, and the rest of them are all sub partners, aren't they?
Yeah, just reach out and be like, "Hey, I'm a sub partner. Going to
just walk in and swing my dick
Do
around.
you know who I am?
Sorry, and then they'll go check the partner directory, and I'm not there, and they'll be like, okay, so go fuck yourself.
You can casually reach out and be like, "Hey, like, is there any chance there's like a spare ticket anywhere? Because like, I've tried to.
I'll come in through the staff entrance.
Yeah, I'll come round the back. I don't mind. You don't have to tell people I've
on the red
arrived.
carpet. It's Vimyonk. Please,
Yes,
please,
this
please,
is
no
like
photographs. Well,
pull up in a fucking decked out Skoda Yeti, just roll out a red carpet out, and just be like, "I have arrived. This is I, Vimyonk." No, I'm not that egotistical to do that when I introduce myself. Oh god, shots fired. Shouldn't have said that.
I had it. Who was it?
Gus knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about as well.
Well, let's say it's like and chicken hits the mark edit button.
Yeah.
Was it you, Rolly, and Noodle that I was playing with the other night, Goss, when you kept saying the famous YouTuber, and then some guy literally turned his sloop around, came back and boarded us, and went, "Who's the YouTuber?" And I just fucking one-blundered him and get off my shit.
I just kept him going out into the I just canning myself out and just shouting through the megaphone, "Have you met the famous YouTuber Disabled Chicken?"
You should have one-blundered him and just gone, "Going in the Taj."
Hey, I'm just
so
Tizzy's
good.
friend.
So weird.
That's all I am out on the seas.
True.
Tizzy's. I didn't even know you knew Tizzy, dude. Until you turned around to me and you were like, "I don't know, I speak to Tizzy a lot."
Morrison, and he was baiting a fort. He was baiting a fort of the dam, and he goes, "Disabled Chicken, you're a famous YouTuber." And he goes, "I'm with Gosfather." He goes, "Oh, that's Tizzy's friend." It's like the ultimate savage put down burn. It's like,
oh wow,
well, fine, fuck
Tizzy's
you then. Oh dear.
That's incredible. Oh, Tizzy's friend. What an absolute
like,
bad manner.
I'll just leave then, shall I? Bye.
Just all that on the spot. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna uninstall the game.
Yeah,
sorry.
then I turned around and said, "Wait, but aren't you Tizzy's friend as well?"
Yeah, it was.
Not really. He's lying.
That clip.
He's not really Tizzy's friend.
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
It just basically goes, "Who's Randy?" That's a Chicken. Obviously, we're in a DC call, and Chicken goes, "Who's Randy Morrison?" And I go, "Oh, he plays with Rob Raven and Dozer and Tizzy Tam." And Chicken just goes, "Oh no." It's just like so deadpan. It's fucking brilliant. And someone clipped it.
Right, let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, we need to see that. Yeah, send me that. I need to see that.
It just is,
It's really funny.
Oh no.
And then someone actually titled, "That's the name of the clip."
I recognise the name. Do you know Randy Morrison?
Yes.
He plays with.
He plays
with Rob Raven.
He plays with Rob Raven and Dozer.
Oh no.
What the? Oh no.
At this point, it was like 1 a.m. in the morning.
No, because he was a complete bait, because all they were looking for was PvP,
amazing.
and then they had to go at us because we wouldn't contest it. And this is like, we can't be arsed with this, I want to go to bed.
That's funny. Oh no.
We've got to get you into Saltfest Chicken just for that reaction on the front row of the audience. And here's Beard again and a Beardly. Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, we've got Beardly sat next to Rob Raven.
Oh god.
Interested to see if he goes now.
You're not wrong,
I know
actually.
he's got a ticket.
Well, there was the whole.
He never shut up about it, so I know he's definitely got a ticket.
Well, the crazy thing is, so I heard that he got suspended from the partner program. Obviously, nothing. I think I'm okay to say that nothing was said to us about it. Like the biggest profile person that I heard talk about that whole situation was Beardly, and I don't know. It was just, and apparently he copped the yellow beard as well.
Well, it was so nothing came out that he did get a yellow beard, but he on the Sunday night he did karaoke, and then on the Monday he played Ark Survival,
And then was back on the Tuesday.
Yeah.
So people are speculating that he got a 2-day ban because he streamed something else.
And
okay.
His chat were going. I'd never seen the actual words said, but he said that he was banned for a month from the partner program. Yeah.
On the partner. Well, that was apparently what his dad said.
That's what his dad said on stream. They'd been banned for a month. So as far as I can tell, that would mean he misses nothing because the month will be up before drops runs. So he will have lost absolutely nothing. Apart from whatever many 6-packs and capstans you get every month. Which he doesn't.
I don't think he gives them out.
26 packs, one capstone.
No, I mean,
he doesn't
it's
need.
the same with most of the people in that top 5. They don't give out their allocations.
Yeah, once you go over
They
like
do it for
250
some.
viewers, you don't really need them.
No.
So, yeah, he doesn't do 6-packs and capstans very often. So, don't know.
Yeah, it's very like the whole situation is just.
Yeah, but
like,
we've had this rolling situation for 3-4
so
weeks
scuffed.
now of just one thing after another. But in a way, the one thing after another has helped the previous situation because it's put it to bed.
It's
So
yeah.
Well, that's the
So-
thing. I'm
so we-
kind of
Literally-
annoyed because like
we
were
went Rob
talking-
Raven, then we had the Reaper Runner emote nonsense,
Boom.
and then
Oh, yeah.
I only found out about that
then
last
we
night.
had the Boom TV, and then we
Boom
had
TV.
Whatever happened in Coco May's tournament with
Oh, yeah, so-
Huddy Damore and Captain Axe. So those 4 things combined over the last 3 weeks has just meant that one. And but the thing is, everyone says, "Oh, it's really bad for the game. It's going to have such a negative impact." No, it's not, because again, we all joke about the 2% for Arena. We are the 2% that use SOT Twitter. No one else looks at it.
Yeah.
So therefore, no one else has
Yeah, literally.
a clue what's going on, and therefore why Mr. Raven's audience is unaffected. The only person that's affected is Rob.
Yeah, and he hasn't even been that affected. But the thing is as well, like we were talking, like Chicken made that joke about somebody should make like a drama alert Keemstar thing, and I was going to do it during the time when the whole good boy situation was going on. Because essentially what I was gonna do was like gonna talk about the good boy and the drama that was going on with that, and then little bit on the drama with Rob Raven. And I was like, I don't want to do it because if it turns into, it might just be like one video of me being like, oh yeah, this is some drama, because nothing else might come from Rob's like the Rob situation, and the good boy stuff's gonna get sorted out quickly anyway. And I don't want to just be
That's
like
a
turning
lie.
into I didn't want it to be turning into
Have you heard that, Goss, that people who got 50 after their announcement are starting to get the good boy ship set?
Saw it on.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to make a like one video, and I didn't also want to turn it into like SOT News and be like, oh, so in this update there's blah blah blah, because there's already like tons of videos like that, and SOT already does it. and then I didn't do it.
Only
And
for
then
that.
Rob put out his shitty apology, and then I was like, I really wish I made that first video now, and I can't make a second video because I can't make the whole video because it'll just seem like I'm just going at Rob, and I'm in the partner program. And then the Boom TV stuff happened, and I'm sitting there going, I could have covered this as well. And then the Honey Damore stuff happened as well, and I'm like, I could have covered this as well. And then the Katie Pierce, what she put out about people saying in her chat and the stuff about like the people being sexist, asking her how she got into the tournament and stuff like that. I could have covered that as well. And I'm sitting there, it's like, I'm really pissed off because I genuinely missed a really good chance to get a good like 6-7 videos out of the drama that's just gone over in the last 3 weeks. And that would have been enough content.
There's still time. I reckon there's going to be drama after drama that like coming forward. Like there's so many, like that's the thing. There's so many new faces and new content creators and big voices in the community now that I feel like there's going to be drama after drama after drama now.
I also just get worried that if it's me, like I because obviously I'm in the partner program. I don't want them to be looking at me and like, you're shedding light on the bad parts of it, so we're gonna give you shit for it. Like, you know, like Rare turned around to me, it's like, we're gonna take your partnership from you because you've done this, but which is like kind of not fair, because if I did do that, then it wouldn't be breaking any rules. But then at the same time,
I don't think they'll take your partnership away, because obviously there was like an incident in the past where obviously a few SOC partners were covering how to do exploits, and they were just told to
just take it down. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't want to sit there and put like time and effort into videos to just be told to take it down the next like day. Like I put it out, it gets like a call, like, and especially it's not as if like I get paid from YouTube, because I'm not in the YouTube partner program, and I wouldn't get enough fucking money anyway. So like, if I was to put out that video and say it got like 10,000 views in that day before Sea of Thieves turn around to me and say, hey, you can't have that video, we need to take it down, I'm not getting paid for that like 10,000 views. For me putting in the research time that I've done, the editing and stuff for all that, I'm not getting anything out of that. I'm not getting like content because I have to take it down. I'm not getting any exposure or growth through YouTube or Twitch because of the video, and I'm not making any money because I'm not part of it. So it's just a massive lose situation.
I don't think they can tell you to take it down, because even with the exploit videos, they were like, we would appreciate if you take it down, but we can't physically tell you not to. You know, like it's not in our contract to say that we control your content.
I mean, fair, yeah, because that's the thing. That's where it comes under like censoring, and it's like you can't censor my.
But it's no different from Beardley's take on the whole Rob Raven situation. He put that he didn't do it in a video, but he did it live on Twitch. You can all go and watch that VOD.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, it is a video.
As long as you, yeah, I think it's like when we and you were talking about it, Chicken. I think it was just the case of if you stay unbiased, then I think you're in the clear. But it is very, especially on the Rob Raven situation, because I've got like people who, like, I'm friends with people who've been affected by stuff that he's done in the past and stuff like that. So it would have been like kind of hard for me to stick. Like, I feel like me being like, this is fine, but I feel like that unbiased would have not have been genuine and stuff.
In terms of the Rob Raven situation, I can be very unbiased in it, and I can say that, like, if Rob, first of all, never acknowledged it, he would be in the clear. But the fact that he was blocking the Twitter accounts that were calling him out was showing that he did A, see it, and 2, was then ignoring the controversy that was coming for it. He then put out an apology that was kind of haphazardous. It wasn't really that good, so that was another And then what kind of made, like, then he then acknowledged it on stream further. But if he had just waited 5 days, the Boom TV incident would have occurred, and it would have all been forgotten about. Like, if he like the fact that he was even blocking sort partners that were calling him out, and then they were like then posting screenshots of him being like them blocking him, then I think that just drew more and more attention, because that's what happened. Like, obviously that Nate guy, when he got blocked, he was like, all right, well, Rob's blocked me now, so I'm gonna just drop all these videos that I have, and that's when the spawn trapping one came in.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, if he hadn't blocked the kids, then that video probably wouldn't have been published. If he just and if he was going to acknowledge it, he should have acknowledged it straight away and put an apology straight away and said, "Hey, like, I wasn't myself. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to, come off like that. I understand I'm in the wrong." But he didn't. He was just like, "I'm not really in the wrong. You're in the wrong. You put me into that position, and you wanted that reaction. I gave you it. So, it's your fault," kind of thing.
Oh.
And obviously, no one really liked that.
Like
The fact that he fucking deleted his Twitter was stupid as well. Like, what?
he fully pulled like a leaf out of Logan Paul's freaking handbook. It's like, I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment kind of situation, and he's sitting there. He literally, it was like almost word for word basic content creator like half-assed apology. Like every other, if he was doing it in a video, it'd be like, okay, guys, so today,
starting off today, we're gonna give PCs to smaller creators.
Yeah, it's just all this other stuff, and it's just like, it's ridiculous. And then when it came out, like the when it came out with the because the Game Cave released a statement as well, and that was we've recently allowed. It's like, we previously told people that they weren't allowed their own Discord, but like a week ago we said that it was fine. And it's like, yeah, but you were still telling people that they couldn't have their own Discord. That's so scuffed, and you're just admitting to it. But saying, yeah, but we don't do that anymore. I used to kill people. I don't do it anymore, so I shouldn't be held accountable for that, surely. It's like, no, that was still scummy as fuck. You should still be held accountable for it, even though it's not like a severe action to tell people. Like, if it was me and they turn around and it's like, oh no, you have to delete your Discord, I'd be like, yeah, my Discord with like 550 people in it, you can suck my dick. It's like, straight up, I feel like they were just taking advantage of creators who don't know any better, and then trying to pass it off as, no, we're trying to help them out. And then when they get caught out on it, they put out this apology. And it's like, oh yeah, no, we've justified that, and it's not the same it's not like that anymore. And then the whole bloody making them pay the Patreon thing as well. I'm just there like, what giveaway? Okay, so you've got a stock partner who doesn't give away his giveaways, and you need money through the Patreon to help the people in the stream team and in the Game Cave do giveaways. Why can't you give like 20 of those people a 6-pack every month, because you're not doing anything with them and you got a capstan, so you could actually do it for the streamers and the team who's inside the Game Cave. You could do a competition with them guys, so you could do like a community game night. Whoever wins the community game night gets to give away that capstan. Boom. Easy.
And they also have to attend to those game nights. Is it a month or a week?
It was mandatory. They had it was like 1 a week or like 4 a month or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly. I don't want to be misquoted, but yeah, it was stupid.
Imagine having to fucking hang out with like the fucking cesspool of the Game Cave. Just all the come join this Discord. You can come hang out with like these top partners or these, and it's like, are they coming to hang out? Or they just come in to fucking
clout chase,
get some It's just like I wouldn't want to hang out with like people in my Discord. Like,
that's the thing. Like the majority of people is like, people try and DM you, and it's like, I have people come into chat and like send me messages on Xbox and like, hey, can I hop in with you? And like, hey, do you want to hang out in Discord? And it's like, no. I don't, in the nicest way possible. I appreciate you coming over and like supporting my content and supporting me as a content creator and all that kind of stuff, but you're not you're not my friend. And I don't, well, as soon as you breach, like, I've done it with a couple of people. Like, there's some people who stand out, and I've reached out to people who have like donated large amounts of money. Don's a perfect example of somebody who like started off as somebody who watched me. He was always in chat. I was like, hey, do you mind if I mod you? And then we've become friends. Ray X-Raging as well, he's another person who's like, he just came in, he was like, hey, like, if I boom tier 3 sub me for 6 months, and now me and him are friends. So, but like, as soon as you bridge that gap, there's no kind of going back. And I have people DMing me like that they're my friend, and I'm just there like, I'm going to ignore you, because I don't want you to just be DMing me like, oh, hey Vim, how you doing? Do you want to hop in, Sea of Thieves and shit like that? Because like, I've seen it before where I've had somebody who was in my community come in and they were like, hey, can you get me a private server? And I was like, yeah, I don't mind giving you a private server. I'm not doing anything. And then they do it again. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'm also not doing anything. And then they hit me up when I'm streaming. And I'm just like, okay, cool. And then they use me for like a video thing. And then I just didn't get credited for it. And I was like, all right, sick. That's absolutely Pog Champion. Thank you very, very much for that. I know they don't come in my chat anymore, and I haven't seen them in like 2 months, and I'm just like, okay, cool. No, thank you very much. This is freaking awesome. It's so scuffed.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the internet is available to everyone, so you get some right weirdos on it, and that's why I choose not to hang out with people. Like I'd rather solo sloop than play with random people. That's just, if I wanted to play with random people, I'd just fucking open crew.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just hop into a random voice chat in the SOT Discord.
That's what I don't understand. It's like when someone comes into chat, hey, you solo? Yeah. Can I join you?
That's about yeah.
Why? Because I want to
Is
solo.
it crew full?
Yeah.
Clearly it is. I'm on a sloop and there's another person.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I had it yesterday. Somebody hopped in. I was with Nap, and not yesterday, day before yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. Days are all melting into one. I was with Nap Time and Katie, and some dude was like, "Hey, do you need an extra guy?" I'm like, "No."
Never.
Like, no, sorry. And like, I've got like 6 different messages on my Xbox, like on the Xbox app, that are like, "Oh, can I join you on the seas?" I'm just like, no. Like, obviously I don't reply. I'm just like, you really think that's going to work? Because if I'm playing Sea of Thieves, I'm either streaming, so I'm not going to play with random people, or I'm playing with my mates. I don't just go and play Sea of Thieves solo on my own.
Just hop on Sea of Thieves.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, like if you are that person that's looking for someone to play with, then look at the Xbox. You know, there's Xbox looking for groups. There's the Discords. You know, there's like community Discords. Like, like that's how I met Noodle. I met Noodle through a fucking Xbox looking for group to do arena. When he was like, that's like, I think I was 19 and he would have been like what 15, 16 at the time. Yeah. It was just like I wanted to grind for Triumphant and Legendary Sea Dog, but I just had no one to play with at the time, so I was just looking for the Xbox looking for group, and I found Noodle's post, and I was like, fuck it. And then we've been playing since.
Fair one. That's the thing. It's like, I don't see why people hop into like content creators chats and they're like, "Hey, can I play with you?" And it's like, what are you doing? Like, you'll have more luck. Because I've seen it with people in chat, like it's happened in my chat a couple of times, and they've gone like, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for someone to play with," and then someone else in chat's been like, "Oh no, I've been looking for someone to play with," and then they end up being like, "Okay, see you later, Vim. We're gonna go play a game." And I'm like, "Nice, that's kind of cool. Please leave a lurk up, or otherwise I'm gonna scream." But otherwise, pretty cool. But no, so that's fine. But I don't see why they go. It's like, why? Like, obviously we're not on the same level. But you wouldn't do it to fucking Falco, would you? So why would you come and do it to me?
It would also set up like a weird like precedent as well. Like, because like obviously if someone came in and was like, "Hey, can I play with you?" and they go, "Yeah, sure, hop in." Then someone in chat's like, "Oh, you play with viewers?" And it's like, what? So now every streamer is like, "Can I play with you? Can I play with you?"
Yeah, exactly.
And this weird relationship now.
Yeah, it happened when I first started. I actually, because I wasn't too bothered, and I was solo sleeping one day, and some guy was like, "Hey, can I hop in with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, fine." That was the thing. That sale was the one that made me just go, "I'm never sailing with viewers." Just like random viewers ever again. Like if they're in chat for like a while and we build up a rapport, and it's like, "Hey Vim, so I was just wondering if we could do something because it's my birthday, or like I'm streaming for the first time ever, and I was just hoping that you could hop in with me or something, And I'd be like, "Yeah, cool. I could, I'll think about it." But like when it's just some random person coming in chat and be like, "Hey, can I play with you?" It's just like, get the fuck out of my face.
First time viewer.
Get the hell out of my face. Yeah. And then I did it that one time, and I was just there like this. And then every single time after that, even when I was with people, it was like, "Hey, can I come in?" And I was like, "No, I'm with people." It's like, "Oh well, you could when one of them leave. Can I join?" And I was like, "Well, we're all going to be finishing together." And he's like, "Oh, what about if you kicked somebody?" And I was like, "I'm going to kick you from my chat." It's just like, how about I do that?
People.
It just baffles me. But you can kind of tell people's age at that point, because I feel like if it was, say, somebody of like one of our ages and we hopped into it and we was like, "Oh, do you want to like spare person?" I feel like we could probably gauge that interaction. Say we hopped in on, and it'd probably be, but then again, it's like doing it to like somebody who's like, if we hopped into somebody who's like solo sleeping and they're on like 3 viewers and all 3 of us hopped in, it was like, hey, you want to sail with us? They'd probably be like, yeah, why the fuck not? They're probably not going to turn around and be like, no, I don't really want to sail with anybody. But then, like, if you're likely to hop on to somebody who's like for me, example, like if well, if it was you guys, I'd obviously say yes. But like, if it was like 3 random dudes hopped into my chat and they're like, "Hey, do you want to come sail with us?" and I'm just like vibing around solo, I'd be like, "No."
Yeah, I think it's because there comes a point where you understand Twitch and you understand that you have like a reputation and that the people that you play with can also tarnish that. So like, if you were seen like, because of obviously you can get clipped out of context a lot, and if you join
Goss.
that crew and then all of a sudden they start becoming like, all this sort of such, and it's like, Vim was playing with these 3 people, like what the fuck, or these 3 people are red bearded and Vim's playing with them, like you don't know, like now you people were people, you don't understand the intentions of some people, so like obviously it is like the majority of the time it is probably like wholeheartedness and they just want to find someone to play with, but like why are you trying to find someone to play with like you can find anyone to play with, why me?
Yeah, 100%.